Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am back. Flock of the Great. It's been way too long. I don't have a face cam in this episode today, but you know what? I will get a face cam as soon as possible. I haven't recorded in a while, as I guess I already told you guys, and I have this brand new mic, and it's stinking cool. Like, the mic glows. The mic glows. And I hope the audio sounds really good. I'm gonna have to re-listen to this to make sure the audio sounds really good to you guys. But I spent a good amount on this mic, and I really hope the audio sounds better. Like, I used to have an older mic, nothing like this. No, nothing like this. That my friend Renard gave to me, which I'm grateful for. And now I'm moving on to the next generation of mics, and I have this one. I'm thinking about buying two, so that way if I ever do a podcast with somebody else, they will have a mic as well, and you guys will be able to hear them very well as well. I got a Fanta. I also have a Big Mac that I'm probably going to eat very soon. Anyways, guys, welcome back. You're probably thinking why you haven't been uploading Flock of the Great. Where have you been, Flock of the Great? The last episode I uploaded was actually when me and Kyle were talking about our Star Wars movie project. But other than that, I never did another movie or game review or Would You Rather or talking about my ventures, how things been going at the house. Yes, I'm well aware, and I have good excuses on why I haven't uploaded on this podcast. One, work. I don't know if you guys remember this, but I have a job at Chick-fil-A, right? I've been working at Chick-fil-A for 2 months now, and it is an amazing environment to work at, especially for your first job. I met some great people, good friends, and I met some cool guests. So far, I've been trained in working as a register, which it's not really that hard. They give you an iPad where you click on the food that they want. They want the number one. It will be on the iPad. You got to make sure you click. Always ask to make sure if it's a meal or entree. If you don't know what an entree is, that means it's just by itself. Always ask to make sure if it's a medium or large. Because sometimes people want a large. Actually, I got a large McDonald's meal today, and now that I have a buttload of money, it's easier to buy stuff. A lot more stuff. Hence this awesome mic. And what else have I bought? A lot. I've been buying a lot of games on the Xbox, but we'll get to that in just a second. Chick-fil-A though. Man, I've had so much fun there. I mean, there's some moments where I didn't want to work, right? Because I was tired. But you know what? I pushed myself, and in the end, I still have a good time. I get to talk to some cool friends that I have there, and. Just working hard, working great, and it pays well. I remember when my first paycheck came in, dude. I was not expecting it to be such a big, huge paycheck. But it's a lot of money for a 17-year-old boy, me. Especially when we're getting his first job for the very first time. And I'm trying to not spend on too much though. I know I can, not spend so much because I don't need to buy a lot of stuff for myself. I think I should probably focus is giving to the church, which I give 10% of that money that I got paid from Chick-fil-A to. And I also put 30% of my money into my savings for college, a car, and all that kind of stuff, which so far it's looking fantastic. Anyways, back to Chick-fil-A. I also was trained in beverages. By that, I mean by beverages in the where the drive-thru is. So you remember if you go to Chick-fil-A at Sparks, there are two different sections. We got the front counter, which is where people come inside of Chick-fil-A to make their order, or if they have a mobile order or on demand. And then there is the drive-thru, where inside is where people work on the drive-thru, and hence beverages. Because, people will order beverages from the drive-thru, right? And so I was trained at that, making the beverages. But you got to be quick and precise because there's a screen way at the top of the on the left, where you see what kind of beverages that you need to make for each different order. Because sometimes it can get pretty packed at Chick-fil-A, so you got to be fast and you got to make sure you get these beverages done as soon as possible. And it's a little tough at first, but once you find that rhythm and once you find like what's easier for you to be able to do all those beverages, and you have a good trainer, sorry, then you will figure it out, and it'll definitely be a heck of a lot easier once you figure it out. But it's not really that hard. I mean, beverages are easy to make. You're just putting in the beverages, whether it be fountain drinks, lemonade, diet lemonade, sweet tea or unsweet tea, or a Sunjoy. If you don't know what Sunjoy is, it is basically half sweet tea, half lemonade, or you can also get half unsweet tea and lemonade, or half unsweet tea and diet lemonade, or unsweet tea and sweet tea put into one. But yeah, I was also trained in desserts, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really a big fan of desserts. I mean, I can make like the iced coffees, like the original iced coffee, the mocha cold brew, the vanilla iced coffee. I can do that easily. I can make the shakes. Like we just had this new one called the banana pudding shake, and it's definitely on my top favorite milkshake so far. I can make all the milkshakes: Oreo, vanilla, chocolate, strawberry. But the one thing I can't seem to get right is the ice cream cone. Like for some reason, I can never get that swirl. And sometimes and it's embarrassing. Sometimes I have to ask for help, and I feel like no matter how many times they help me, I can't seem to get that good ice cream cone. Like I can do it in a cup. That's easy because you're putting it in a cup. You ask me to put it on a cone. It is an adventure for sure. It is a yeah. Fanta. Anyways, where was I? I was also trained in serving, which obviously is where you serve the food to the people that you need to serve it to. So, and sometimes people ask, like, yes, or like, hey, how are you guys gonna find me, or how are you gonna find us at the table? So, that's what the table markers come in. The table markers is what we use to help us find people when their meal is ready. So the table markers, they will have orange color, purple color, blue color, green color, and red color. And each one will have a fruit, nuggets, minis, cookies, and ice cream cone. Okay? And on the receipt that is given to us when we're going to deliver the food, if it says red ice cream in the name of the person, that's who you know that you need to find. So you get the food you need to serve. You look around the dining room or outside sometimes, because sometimes they will sit outside. And if you see a red ice cream cone table marker, that's you know that you need to deliver the food to. And then, of course, you have to read it back the order. It's not always fun. Sometimes I do forget. I'm not perfect. But, yeah, you got to make sure you read back the order, make sure they got everything they needed. And, yeah. And it's also a fast-paced kind of thing, too. Like, you don't want to take forever just trying to find one order for a person. No, you gotta make sure you find the table marker, read back the order, tell them, hey, you guys have a good day, get back to work. All right, they're back to serving. And I'm so sorry if you hear my dogs barking. I think mom and dad just got back from where do they go? Subway. Yeah. I don't know if you guys can actually hear them, but if you guys do, I'm so sorry. Where was I? Oh, right. I was also trained in host, or yeah, dining room. Believe it or not, that is the most least liked part about working at Chick-fil-A is doing host. So what host is basically you are in the dining room. Okay, you're cleaning tables, you're cleaning chairs, you're sweeping under the floor, you're taking out the trashes. Oh, I've been meant further away. Thank you. Let's see, where was that? What else do you do in the dining room? You also make sure you check on the guests, make sure they're okay, if they need refills or refreshments. I guess it's actually what it's called. Extra sauces or anything like that. Honestly, I don't mind doing host. The only time I really don't want to do it is if it's a very slow day. Because if it's a very slow day, there is nothing you can really do in dining room. Like if there's barely any people, Heck, if there's even any people sometimes that come in and eat at Chick-fil-A and you're in dining room, good luck. Because sometimes you cannot, like, do anything really. That's how sometimes unfun it can be. But when it's like there's people there and there's stuff you can do, I really don't mind it. Oh, you also need to do trays. Trays is fun, I guess. I mean, all you really do is just wipe down the trays with red wipes and then a blue towel to dry it off, and add like those what is it, like paper? I think I don't really know even what they are. It's what you put on the trays. I don't know. I can't. I don't even know what it's called. Maybe some of you guys know what I'm talking about. But yeah, on a dining room, I really don't mind it. It depends though if it's like a not busy day, because if it's not, then it's like then it becomes like, yeah, this is kind of boring. There's something really to do, and you try to find something to do. You know, the whole thing is make sure you keep yourself busy. Like, you don't want to just stand there and be like a lazy butt. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to keep busy, and yeah, you know. And I was just recently trained in IPOS. It's where I work outside and take the orders. Like when people go to drive-throughs. Most of the time, there is about 2 or 3 of us outside. And yeah, I was recently trained in IPOS. And honestly, I don't mind it. I mean, you're outside, you know, you're in the fresh air. And it's really not that hard. The only thing that I have a hard time sometimes is knowing the type of car. So that's what makes it different between a register. So in IPOS, right, you have to make sure you put in the type of car. So maybe it's a gray sedan. Sometimes I forget because I don't really know much about cars. I really know nothing about cars. Yeah, I don't really know much. Like, I really know nothing much about um, cars. And then you got to make sure that you put in the name, and then you take the order. And then you are given these walkie-talkies, which are actually kind of freaking cool. Like, I love walkie-talkies because it makes me feel like I'm like I'm in a Star Wars movie or like in Top Gun or something. Like, I get to press the button and be like, it didn't go next. You're probably thinking, why'd you say that? What that means is, after you're done taking the order, you want to make sure you let the people at the window know through the radio it ain't going next. My order is going next to you guys, because it keeps it more organized and it doesn't like mess up the people at the drive-thru making the order or getting the beverages. And then after they pay, you tell them, okay, you are good to go. Then you hit the radio again, and then you'll say, it installed gray sedan. That's when they know, okay, the gray sedan is coming up. They already paid for the order. They're good to go. Gore. I meant to say go. It's organized and it's simple. It's just about remembering to do it. But I've done it 3 times so far, and so far I'm already getting like the hang of it. Haven't messed up really that bad quite yet, so amen to that. And what else have I done at Chick-fil-A? That's pretty much what I've done so far. I mean, it's just making sure you keep yourself busy, help any way you can, and other than that, I have fun doing it. I've met some really cool people there at Chick-fil-A. And yeah, they're really awesome and encouraging. And we definitely had some newbies come in as well recently. I guess it's just because a lot of people are working from college, or just because maybe they're in their senior year, you know, they want to get the money for college. And so, I mean, that's why I started working, was so I can get more money for college and savings. And but other than that, Chick-fil-A's been really fun. It's just I used to do mornings. I used to do 8 to 2. But when school started back, I changed my schedule to 2 to 8. So I work between 2 p.m. all the way to 8 p.m. around like when closing time is about to start, which is around 10. It was like 10 something. That's all I know. I've never worked closing before. But I actually really do prefer working nights because I feel more active, more energetic, and definitely a lot more than I do in the mornings. Because in the mornings, I used to have to wake up at 6. It's because we live 30 minutes away from the Chick-fil-A that I work at around in Sparks, where Shields is at, for all you people know where that is if you live in Reno. If you guys don't know live in Reno, you probably don't know what I'm talking about. But Shields is a really big mall, and Chick-fil-A is right next to where Shields is. Yeah, we live 30 minutes from there, so I leave around at 1 or sometimes before 1. Like I like to be there an hour, maybe 45 minutes early before work starts, give myself something to eat, and then I just get started to work. Um, like I don't want to be late. I don't like being late. Late is not cool. Like yeah. But other than that, yeah, Chick-fil-A, man, it's been pretty cool, pretty fun. Is the reason why I haven't been able to upload a lot of podcasts for the past couple of months. And if you guys know about my channel, I'm trying to work on that. Like I've uploaded a couple of videos in like 1 to 2 weeks, but I can't promise I will upload a lot on the channel. But I can at least do the very best I can to get some fun moments, maybe some YouTube shorts. If you guys have never heard about my channel, it is called Flock of the Great. If you can't find it on YouTube, then just click the link in the description below, and you guys can check out my channel there. We have 403 subscribers. That's about almost let's see, 500 minus 403 is like 93. I don't know. 93 away from 500, which is half of 1,000, which will be really cool if I can get to 1,000 subscribers at least before I go to college. But hey, I don't know. I don't really know. I mean, miracles gotta happen. You know what I'm saying? But work hasn't been the only thing. School. I'm in my senior year now, which is insane. Like I can't believe I'm already on my last year of school before I head to college at Liberty. Man, my senior year. Senior year is pretty easy. I'm not gonna lie. It's like one of the easiest classes I've taken so far. And I would not be surprised if I finished it very, very early. Like that's how easy my senior year is. I finally started taking film classes, which I love film class. Because for those of you guys who don't really know, I am in love with filming, editing, cinema, all that kind of stuff, and I want to learn as much as I can how to get better with that. And these film classes have been teaching me how to be a good director, how to be a screenwriter, how to make the story good, and what you need and what it takes to make a good film. And it's been very helpful. I've been taking a lot of good notes. I've also been taking Financial Peace, which is led by a guy named Dan Ramsey, who helps you learn how to use money the right way. And it is amazing. I love this class. It's just wow. Like it really taught me how to be wise with my money, especially when it comes to debt. Because debt is sometimes very unavoidable, but it can be avoidable if you're just wise with the money that you have. Like he teaches, like, you don't need credit cards, you don't need student loans. The world says it's normal, but it's not normal. And what we should do is be wise with our money, right? Save. Don't spend money you don't have. And just stay out of debt, which I really want to do my best on not trying to get into, which is debt, because debt's not fun. I can't think of one person who thinks that it's fun. So, but I'm loving these classes. I can't wait to see what Dame Ramsey and the other teachers have to say about using your money the right way. And but yeah, other than that, like school work has been keeping me busy, and busy from doing podcasts. But I am back. I can't promise that I can upload a lot, but I would do everything I can. Maybe an episode a week, an episode in 2 weeks on this podcast. I don't really have a schedule at the moment, but I can try to do an episode every 1 or 2 weeks on this podcast, and talk about other things that I've been doing, and upcoming events. Do more Would You Rather, if you guys want that, or the origins of a scary character like Siren Head. By the way, guys, the origins of Siren Head that I did on this podcast is my #1 episode, which is crazy. So if you guys want me to do more about, like, say, I don't know, Cartoon Cat, SCP, just name someone and I will do it. Okay, I will do it. And I'll be doing more games and movies where I talk about like upcoming games or movies, or like what I thought about this movie or this game, because there's a lot going on. we just had the 10th anniversary of FNAF, which was awesome. I celebrated that thing hard. And I bought the new FNAF game into the pin on Xbox, which I really enjoyed. And the Halloween event just came out on Warzone, which was kind of cool. If you guys want me to do a review about that, just let me know. I'll do everything I can. And other than that, guys, I just want to let you all know, I'm back. And I'm going to do everything I can to get back into recording more episodes on this podcast for Flacco's Fun World Podcast. All right? So, please make sure you follow if you have not yet already. Give me that 5-star review. Or maybe 4 stars. You know what? 4 stars will work too. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to my channel, okay? Flacco the Great, if you guys have not yet already. And I really hope you guys have been enjoying this podcast, like this entire podcast. You guys have been so supportive, and it's been growing. And I just want to thank you guys for helping it to grow. And hopefully we can keep it growing. And hopefully I can just keep doing this podcast no matter what, just keep on going for, I don't know, rest of my life. That would be kind of crazy if you think about it. But anyways, guys, thank you all so much for listening to Flacco's Fun World Podcast. May God bless. And I will see you guys in the future.